Hey guys, this is Davo from Archon Esports bringing you a Starcraft 2 1v1 cast today. This time with a old friend of Archon Esports, not an old friend, a friend of Archon Esports, KillerKoala, excellent, who is a guy who is synonymous with the subreddit of Cast It. This is one of his games. He goes by the name of Angry Kittens on Reddit, and he is a bouse. Last time we casted a game of his, well, he went ghosts, nuke loadership. It was brilliant. It was beautiful. It was more beautiful than some ladies. That's as far as I'm going to go with that. Oh yeah. In the bottom right hand corner today we have our red Terran. He goes by the name of Pulse. Yeah. In the top left hand corner we do have Mr. Koala, of the killer variety, actually. KillerKoala, a platinum level player, and Pulse, a gold level player. TVT, one of the most, well, it's kind of a matchup that I like. It's very diverse. It's just nice. It's a nice kind of thing. But, well, I say it's diverse. You go Marines, Medvacs, tanks, or occasionally, if you're KillerKoala, you go mental and build things like ghosts and all of that good stuff, and make for a very, very entertaining game indeed, and that is what I love to cast. I like entertaining games. They are wicked. And not only is this guy a complete baller, he does some of the most fantastic promotion work for Cast It, which is the subreddit. I can't stop saying that because I want to promote it too. So there we go. That's how life happens, I suppose. Both Terrans blocking off the top of their ramp right now because they are not worried about Zergling rushes or anything like that. Oh no, they just want to limit scouting into their bases, which is a fairly clever idea. Because obviously, if you were to throw down 2 gas in preparation for going on 1-1-1, which, by the way, I don't think Pulse is actually going to do. I don't think. Then KillerKoala would see it and react accordingly, and you do not want that if you're trying to go 1-base Banshees. Because obviously if your opponent has you all sussed out and everything like that, then, well, there's no point going for the Banshees really, because it's very easy to get an engineering bay. And the problem with being scoured like that as well, the amount of time... Ooh, Marine on the ramp right there. It's going to take out this SCV. SCV's got a bad day. Well, the amount of if you scout a 1-base Banshee push, the amount of time it takes you to get out an engineering bay and turret is fairly nominal compared to actually getting a Banshee in the first place. Now, last time I cast KillerKoala, he actually put 2 barracks on the top of his ramp like this as well. And I asked him why. Well, I didn't ask him why, I said so. And he mentioned in the comments why. And he says that he likes to do this in order to kind of like wig his opponents out, as it were. Kind of freak him out a bit. Not bad. That's what we like to see. A nice bit of kind of, I'm going to scare you games. I like that indeed, but we do have a double gas going down right now, so we are going to see some fairly gnarly, as some Australian surfer people might say, tech coming out of Mr. Koala fairly soon, hopefully in the way of something really cool like battle cruisers, ghosts, something like that. Who knows? That's the stuff that we want. A bunker also going down on top of the ramp as well, which of course will help fend off various pushes from various compositions of units. This SCV here is circling like it is a dog that needs the toilet, and then he just throws down another barracks. So that is 4 barracks on the map right now for Pulse. That's absolutely fine. I need to stop saying I need to stop doing that. Crazy. Why do I do that? I don't know. And a factory coming down for KillerKoala right now. So what are we going to see from Mr. KillerKoala? That is the question. That is the question. Other than that, both players, I mean, they've got their expansions down at roughly the same time. The playing field is kind of level. I mean, if you count 1 probe dying at the beginning as not being level, then be my guest. But that is all I'm trying to say. Pulse actually 5 supply behind at the moment. 5 supply behind KillerKoala. I don't know why that is. Well, actually, I have an idea. Pulse doesn't seem to be keeping up with his SCV production as much as KillerKoala is at all. See, Pulse actually only has 19 SCVs, whereas KillerKoala has 24. And of course, any aspiring StarCraft 2 champion will know that creating workers is a very, very important deal indeed. You have to do that kind of thing. Pulse being careful to hide his factory over here in the right hand side of his base. But why? That is the question. Why? but still, I mean, Pulse is behind in the SCV count quite badly right now, and that is a bad thing, obviously. My housemate recently actually bought Starcraft, and he said, Dave, how do I... That's my real name, by the way, Dave, and you probably know that if you're watching this. He goes, Dave, how can I, you know, break out of bronze? And I go, just build SCVs and probes. And actually, you know what? I only said that because I watched Day 9's Newbie Tuesday, #1. Oh. And that drilled it into my head. And it helped me massively. And now my housemate has better macro by far than many people in Bronze League. So that's all nice and good. It's very good for him. He's beating people left, right, and centre. But he does get a bit angry when he gets cheese. So there you go. Excellent. We have lots of Marines standing on top of the ramp right now for Pulse, but he is getting really far behind. Pulse's macro. Something is going wrong, and I can honestly tell you what is going wrong is he does not have as many SCVs as his opponent, and that is just such a crucial thing. It does look like there is going to be a Hellion drop coming out right now for KillerKoala. Perhaps that is his Koala surprise. It sounds like some sort of pie, but you know, that could be the Koala surprise. And we will keep an eye on this green, well, blue medvac, absolutely pegging it down the map. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll keep a lookout. See what's going on. Medvac's on Zave for Pulse right now as well. Of course, Medvac's an integral part of the Terran army, but Marines are also a fairly integral part of the Terran army, but they won't be if these Hellions get a good enough angle on them. Will this Marine scout the Medvac coming in? No. So that's very good for KillerKoala, obviously, that his opponent has no idea what is going on. Now, is he going to go straight for the mineral line? Is he just going to drop the Hellions right here? He opted to drop the Hellions right there. No problems with that. Taking them straight to the mineral line, and he's going to burn these SCVs. These SCVs need to split up, like, right now. That is something that needs to happen. Oh, the Hellions need to get out of there, though, because the Marines are arriving. Hellions could probably do quite a lot of damage to this many Marines with a blue flame upgrade, but still, you do not want to wait around for 16 Marines to get all up in your face, because that is a very bad idea indeed. KillerKoala's Marine there, seeing what is going on, and he's going to get roasted. Good night, that's all she wrote. That poor man suffering a fatal, nasty death and smouldering in the wasteland, which is the Kaprulu sector. Oh, man, sometimes I can't speak, and then other times I just sprout literary goodness. I didn't say that word. You see what I mean. Yeah, that's right. Just going over Paradise Beach, as I like to call it there. And now, after that little bit of a brief distraction, Pulse's non-existent SCV production has actually become slightly more non-existent. Well, I can eat my words because he's queued up 3, but nevertheless, that is very bad thing to do. You shouldn't ever queue up units. That's more, at least when you shouldn't try to do that, as it were. And he's actually managed to supply block himself as well. That's a play that's a thing that many players do suffer from. And we do have a Banshee coming in right now for KillerKoala as well. Cloak upgrade is finished. His opponent is moving out. I don't think that he knows that his opponent's moving out. Nothing on the watchtower right here for KillerKoala, so he won't know that at the moment. Even so, Pulse actually being fairly clever, and looks like he might be skirting around the right hand side of the map just to get out of the watchtower's radius of detection, as it were. But another Banshee joining down here in the bottom left hand corner, and it does look like we're going to see some nasty Banshee play from the KillerKoala, but he is hesitating slightly. What are we going to see? KillerKoala also working on siege tanks as well, and I can only presume, yep, he's getting a siege tank tech as well. But so far, KillerKoala's macro has been fairly decent, and I mean, he's going to probably see the fact that these rocks are getting destroyed right here. I'm not actually sure if he's seen it. I mean, it doesn't exactly alert you to its presence. Siege tank sieging up, and that's going to cause many problems for these Marines, but they will just sprint towards it and kill it. Lots of Hellions sitting here, and they will roast away the Marines. Ooh. Oh man, those Marines, they genuinely stood in the wrong place. And we do have the Banshees engaging down here in the natural expansion of Pulse, and it does look like the Banshees are going to get away with this completely undisturbed, even though these Marines, this guy right here is just standing watching until he gets told by his commander to go and actually do something. Unfortunately, no scan available for Pulse right now. No missile turrets going up either, which you would kind of expect in a TVT is something with missile turrets at the back of the mineral line for exactly this eventuality. And in fact, maybe for drops as well, because it's very, very useful to kill off your opponent's medvacs before they can drop their deadly payload, as it were. And still, no missile turrets actually going down anywhere on the map. It doesn't look like Pulse is actually just going to flat out rely on scans. I mean, that's a fairly bad idea because, as you can see, scans only go so far, literally. And now KillerKoala is just having fun picking apart these poor Marines who will never go to see their loved ones ever again. If they do have loved ones, who knows? I don't know about the romances of Starcraft. Meanwhile, it did actually look like we had an attempted drop up here, which was thwarted by some very well-placed Vikings. Oh, that Banshee just getting away. She is a sergeant. She has 14 HP and 10 kills. What a boss. And here we have a big drop coming in. Or rather going home from Pulse. Boy, that's embarrassing. Oh, man. That's what I get for casting at 2 in the morning. Silly me. So these Banshees are looking like they're going to head home. Actually, let's have a quick look. Right, so now Pulse actually has 14 SCVs. I think he's probably in full panic mode right now, not even worrying about producing SCVs at all. In fact, he barely has enough minerals for them. So Pulse in massive, massive trouble right now. Let's actually have a look at the income tab. I mean, KillerKoala getting nearly double the income right there, or he was. I think Pulse has just dropped loads and loads of mules though, so that will help him quite a lot. KillerKoala playing with his opponent right now. He has 2 grand minerals. He can do whatever he likes. And you know what he's going to? He's going to triple expand. Because he knows he's so far ahead. And you know what else? He's also going to get battle cruisers, as you do. No problems there. When ahead, get further ahead. On the other hand, you could just crush him. But I'll leave it down to KillerKoala's better judgment right now. The battle cruisers was probably a necessary must, and that is absolutely fine. Also, the Yamato cannon coming down as well for the battle cruisers, which of course makes a really, really cool noise. And I actually think I've casted a game out of all of my 140 something games I've casted where there's been a Yamato cannon used just yet. I used to call it a Yamto cannon growing up when I played Brood War. Bit of trivia. And then I played through the campaign of Starcraft 2 and they said Yamato. So there you are. Actually, what is it? It is Yamato. Sam. It always makes me think of tomato. I don't know why. But there you are. KillerKoala ahead, very much in supply at the moment. Very much ahead in supply. Ooh. And it does look like Pulse is going to go for the Doom drop, which is a very risky idea, especially seeing as his opponent has battle cruisers and a load of Vikings. I wonder how many of these medvacs are actually going to go down before they have a chance to drop their cargo. That's 2, 3, 4, and the battle cruisers are going to fry everything else that comes out. So overall, a very, very worthwhile engagement right there for KillerKoala. He has to be very happy with this. Not only is he crushing his opponent, he's just murdering him. Pulse going well. How could he possibly recuperate from this? That is the question. That command center that on tilt. What up? What up, Pulse? Well, what? You've got 18 SCVs. That's an improvement on the 14 that we saw last time, so that's good. That's good. These Marines running back to base. And if I was Pulse right now, I would GG KillerKoala. Being cool. Hey man, it happens. Oh, that's funny. Oh dear. Well, I think, as I said before, it does actually look like KillerKoala's triple expand will go off without a hitch. Don't get almost killed so early. Yeah, that's entirely fair to say. KillerKoala giving his opponent some nice tips right there. It does look like the Armada from Mr. Koala is... Oh, really? Please mind the words, that was really rude. It wasn't that rude. I mean, you do have 18 STVs, dude. It's not a lot. I wonder how KillerKoala is going to follow that up, though. But nonetheless, I genuinely think that Pulse is in big trouble right now. Big trouble. I mean, he needs to build SCVs. That's just what he needs to do. I think KillerKoala may be receiving a lecture fairly shortly off Pulse about why what he just said was so BM. You know what? I'm not sure that. See, there you go. There you go. Actually, that brings me back to a point that I was making earlier, and Pulse going, well, you know, when I said that it will thwart the scouting possibilities of your opponent to block in like this, it does. But what? I don't even understand that. It does, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't drop a scan in the guy's base, you know? That doesn't mean if you're playing Protoss and the guy's blocked in that you don't build an observer and see what the hell is going on as a priority. Because I'll be honest, I genuinely believe as Protoss that is a priority. I play Protoss, just so you know. That's why I personally think it's a priority to see what is going on inside the Terran's base. Otherwise, stuff like this does happen. Because Terran is one of these races that is so effective that if you let them get away with what they want to do, they'll trounce you doing it. So, yeah. Pulse has nobody to blame but himself. In my humblest of opinions. Unfortunately for Pulse. Oh dear. And another 3 battle cruisers joining the fleet right now. And it just genuinely looks like Pulse is going to get absolutely rolled. A scan going down there. Not sure whose scan that was. Let's have a quick look. It was actually Pulse's scan. Just scanning, not seeing the entirety of what is actually coming from the I hope you understand that I won't do. Oh no! Come on, be mana, Pulse. Be mana! It's up to you. KillerKoala, big chance. He's left the game. It's annoying to see fun games like this where someone takes it all a bit too seriously and then kind of leaves without GGing, and GGing is kind of customary, I believe. You know, if you don't GG in a tournament, in some tournaments in Korea, you get kicked out of the tournament. There you go, bit of trivia. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'm actually like going cross country, and this is in a batch of games that I've casted tonight, and I'm not going to be able to cast for the next 5 days or so, so this is it. I've like casted a load of games tonight simply so I can bring you hot, steamy video game goodness all through the next 5 or so days. So there you are. Thanks again to Mr. KillerKoala, aka Angry Kittens, for posting us on to cast it. Always the modern gentleman. Very, very good game. Fun to watch. All of that good stuff. And thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to plug this time. If you like this, subscribe. And if you liked it, like it. Yeah. I'm going to plug this time. I never do this plug. I know that other people plug all the time, but I'm strictly opposed to it, you know? And these poor guys, that's what happens to people who don't subscribe and like. Yeah, well, that was stupid. Bye!